Hello and welcome to The Pause. I'm Laia Bove. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher dedicated to sharing accessible and sustainable practices like yoga, meditation, breath work, and other techniques to help you create a more harmonious life. I'm also a writer and a creative, and I'm passionate about supporting other people like creatives and innovators to foster a genuine community dedicated to finding balance while staying productive and inspired. The Pause is an accessible and inclusive space created to invite you to take a moment, as well as learn to connect to your authentic and creative truth. The Pause is a written and recorded publication. If you're interested in the written version of this, you can read it at layabove.substack.com. If you're interested in the audio, you already hear.
When was the last time you watched a TV show or a movie worthy of your time and energy? And what I mean by worthy is something that inspired you to shift, create, or consider something new or interesting in your life. I know that it's not the purpose of television, that its goal is mainly to entertain, yet I cannot help but wonder if this isn't all a trick to keep people stuck and small. I have a solid morning practice. My evening routine, however, has not been very consistent or aligned with how I want to live my life for a while. Lately, I find myself unwinding at night by turning on the TV and watching something random until I fall asleep on my partner's shoulder out of boredom. Yikes. When I'm in Barcelona, I don't have that problem as much, mainly because there are too many fun things in the city that I would rather do than plop myself on the sofa and watch TV. I like to wander around the old town until after dark, getting home for dinner with my parents at 9:30 sharp. And when I'm there, I often finish my day reading a book. I write down a couple of things I want to accomplish the next day, and I'm in bed and asleep before midnight. When in the US, however, I live in the woods, surrounded by lush nature where life is slower and less stimulating, and my evening relaxation habits flounder. As the days grow longer, I'm committed to building better evening habits, alternatives to watching TV in the evening or scrolling on my phone that will help me get better rest. I realized that ending my days unintentionally did not help me in the mornings either. So I invite you to consider, how do you end your days? If you want to join me in the quest for better evening habits that can help you end your day in more alignment, get better rest, and wake up refreshed and ready, check out the following ideas I have been exploring and see what inspires you. Number one, grab a book. In Catalonia, we are avid readers. It was recently San Jordi, a beautiful day to celebrate books, roses, and Catalan culture. And in honor of my favorite holiday, here are a few fiction reads to start a new evening habit. Number one, The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Number two, Big Magic Creative Living Beyond Fear by Elizabeth Gilbert. And number three, Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. The second intentional evening habit you can explore is intentional movement. Whether it's a few yoga postures or an evening walk, moving your body helps release tension from the day, especially if your lifestyle is quite sedentary, and it's also good to help you release mental clutter. Last weekend, I went on a staycation on the river and was inspired to practice yoga outside at sunset, helping me connect to my late day intention. I created a yoga practice for you, filmed with the bayou as the backdrop. You will find the link on the show notes. Did I get destroyed by mosquitoes even with the lanai screen? Maybe, but that is where learning to breathe through it all comes in very handy. I hope you enjoy the gentle evening yoga sequence and that the sounds of the water and the one chimes serve you. Now, the last evening routine that you could explore is a gratitude practice. It's easy to forget to pause and be grateful for what we have, for how far we've come. So take a few minutes each night to grab your journal and write 3 things that you're grateful for that day. This will help you align with the goodness in your life and invite more of it. You could also try my free guided meditation with affirmations to release the day and connect to a sense of ease, which I will also link to the show notes. Finally, let me tell you about the May gatherings. As we explore our paths to better evening routines and mindful living, let's come together to connect in this month's online gathering, hosted on the free platform Insight Timer. I invite you to join me for a special class in honor of World IBD Day, celebrated annually on May 19th. This day unites individuals like me in our journey with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, chronic conditions known as inflammatory bowel diseases. This free, accessible yoga session will help you foster resilience through gentle, nurturing movement and breath awareness, focusing on building strength from the inside out. Donations are always appreciated, so find the link in the show notes. If you're an Ekar Yoga member or want to become one, you can join me for a full moon flow to embrace change and growth on May 20th. So, what are your favorite evening routines and how do they help you? Share in the comments below. Until we meet again, remember to pause often, breathe deeply, and stay kind. Much love. Laya.